Do you want to significantly increase your income and achieve unparalleled success in sales? Imagine consistently closing deals and surpassing your targets. If that sounds appealing, then stick around because today, we're discussing 5 crucial things you need to know to become a top seller. 1. It's about them, not about you. Human beings are inherently selfish. We tend to think about ourselves first. Ever noticed how in a group photo, everyone looks for themselves first? Buyers are no different. They care about what they can gain from your product or service, not about your sales pitch or your need to close a deal. For example, imagine a car salesperson who focuses solely on the customer's needs. They ask about the customer's lifestyle, driving habits, and what features matter most to them. The customer feels understood and valued, and as a result, they are more likely to make a purchase. On the other hand, a salesperson who talks only about the car's features and tries to push for a sale without understanding the customer's needs will likely push the buyer away. Always prioritize what the client stands to gain. This approach is not only more effective but also builds a long-term relationship with the client. When clients feel like their needs are the top priority, they're more likely to trust you, refer you to others, and return for future purchases. 2. Ask questions of value. Think about a visit to the doctor. When you arrive, the doctor doesn't just hand you a prescription. They ask questions to understand your symptoms, your medical history, and any other relevant details. This allows them to make an accurate diagnosis and provide the right treatment. Imagine if you walked in and the doctor gave you a prescription without asking any questions. You'd probably walk right out. The same principle applies to sales. By asking questions, you can understand what will truly help your client. This approach builds trust and makes clients feel listened to. Remember, a client never forgets how you made them feel. If they feel heard and valued in the first conversation, they'll come back to you again and again. 3. Don't put pressure on prospects. It's human nature to pull back from something or someone trying to push us into a decision we're not ready to make. For instance, think about those times when you're shopping for clothes and a store attendant hovers around, repeatedly asking if you need help or suggesting items you're not interested in. The immediate reaction is often to leave the store. So, ease up on the pressure. Drop the overly enthusiastic pitch and avoid bombarding them with personal questions. Instead, focus on understanding their needs and providing value. This will make them more comfortable and open to what you have to offer. Allowing the client to come to their own conclusion without feeling pressured increases the likelihood of a positive outcome. 4. The budget should come last. Think of it as a doctor's diagnosis and prescription process. You wouldn't want a doctor to talk about the cost of treatment before understanding your symptoms and providing a diagnosis. In sales, discuss the budget only after you've identified the client's needs and offered a solution. This ensures that the client sees the value in your product or service before considering the cost. For example, if you're selling home renovation services, first discuss the client's vision for their home, the improvements they desire, and the benefits these changes will bring. Only after establishing this value should you bring up the budget. This method helps the client see the worth of the investment, making them more likely to justify the expense. 5. No is not bad. Rejections are part of the sales process. Sometimes, the prospect doesn't have the money, doesn't need the product, or simply doesn't like the color. There are countless factors beyond your control. Realize that about 50% of the people you approach won't be a fit for your product. Your goal is to identify these non-fits early and move on quickly to the next potential client. For example, if you're selling a premium service and a prospect says they can't afford it, recognize that it's not a reflection on your service's value. It simply means they're not the right fit at this time. Instead of dwelling on the rejection, move forward and focus your efforts on finding the next potential client who may be a better match. By keeping these 5 principles in mind, you'll improve your sales technique and increase your success rate. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you on the next one.